What's going on, guys? So today we are going to be talking about Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. I went ahead and downloaded a ton of clips from my Xbox that have been sitting there for years. I edited them, I threw them kind of in this little montage video, and I want to just talk about my experience with Pubg, kind of from launch, throughout the updates, and then basically to when I ultimately stopped playing the game. So PUBG launched while I was in South Korea. I was in the army at the time in South Korea, and everyone was super stoked that this game was coming to Xbox because it was a battle royale game. Looked like a ton of fun, and we were playing Fortnite at the time because Fortnite had just released, I think, a few months before, and that was, I mean, we were all having a great time with that. So we were all really looking forward to PUBG coming to Xbox. And then it launched and everyone got it. But if any of you guys played at launch, you'd remember how much of a rough state it was in when it launched. I mean, it was terrible. Things not loading in, glitches, crashing nonstop. You could be, riding shotgun in a car, and then all of a sudden you're completely dashed to the home screen. And then you would load up, but you wouldn't be, you'd load up and then rejoin the game, but then you wouldn't be able to get out of the car. So then you'd have to have your buddy down you, and, just processes like that was riddled with the game at launch. So a lot of my buddies, stopped playing the game, except for my one good buddy Bobcat, who me and him just like fell in love with the game, overlooked the glitches and all the bullshit, and we just had such a great time playing it. Now, that's not to say that these glitches and hiccups in the game weren't annoying, because believe me, they were. And I mean, I'm sure you guys, if you're watching and you played, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could be running in an open field and your game crashes, and then your guy just, keeps sprinting full speed ahead into the storm, and it's like, well, okay, fuck me, I'm dead. By the time you load in, the storm's already killed you. So that type of stuff would happen constantly. In every game, it was almost guaranteed to crash somebody out. And then at one point, I think one of the fixes was to completely dash your game after every game. So you'd have to literally go to the home screen and then reload up the game to try and mitigate crashing, which we did. After every game, we would close it out, reopen it. And then there was, the loading in, shit not loading in. You'd land and the building would be, that it would be Play-Doh-y, and nothing would be loaded in on the inside. So you'd be running around, then you get stuck in a wall, or you'd be stuck in a chair, and the person next to you picks up the gun and fucking blasts your face off. So those things were extremely frustrating. But I mean, it never really got to the point where we just were like, oh, fuck this game, we're done. We still were having a ton of fun with it, because if you got stuck in the glitch, your rest of your teammates were laughing at you. If somebody else on your team got stuck in the glitch, then you were laughing at them. So it was almost like a game within a game. Who's gonna crash? Who's gonna find the new bug in the game? And right here on screen is like a perfect example of shit not loading in. And this was on an Xbox One X too. So if you were playing on an original Xbox, you were just fucked. But the good always seemed to outweigh the bad, no matter how many times, bullshit happened to you. We would always just be like, oh, it's PUBG logic, or, things like that. The crazy in-game moments, the long-range sniper battles, the clip that's coming up here with my buddy Bobcat, moments like those is what kept us playing and kept us coming back every day, because since then and before that, I don't think I've had those kind of moments in gaming with like buddies before, where you're in crazy situations, bullets are fucking flying everywhere, and somehow you just manage to survive, and it's like, holy shit, you can take a breath. Like, those moments were what kept us playing. Here's the clip that I was just talking about with Bobby. We had to get to military base, and of course, there were bridge campers. So what other way to handle a squad of bridge campers than by running them over? I think a big reason why I was so hooked on this game for so long was because it took so long and so much time to actually get to a point where you could be semi-decent at the game. So once you were pretty good at the game, you were starting to dominate and hit shots, and you were able to be super aggressive, which was an amazing, which was really fun to do with your squad, where you could just roll up to a house, all hop out and bum rush the house, and always just be like knock knock, and people would throw nades, and just start pre-firing the corners, and it was just such a blast. So I think that was a big part of the reason why all of us played for so long, was because it was such a slow start of getting decent at the game, that when we were pretty good at it, it was like, holy shit, I'm like insane at this game. What was even better was that we were all the same skill level. We were all basically the same. We could all handle ourselves in a gunfight. You didn't have to worry about what the other person was doing if they went off to loot somewhere else. They could handle themselves. So that was like insanely fun. We would do things where we would all split up and go to different sides of the map and try to survive, and just little stupid shit like that, which was what kept the game like super fresh for us. Then they started adding new maps. So they added Miramar, which we saw in a clip earlier. It was rough. That map was not, it wouldn't load shit in. Like I said, I was running on the Xbox One X. I didn't have an external hard SSD, but like from what I saw and what the forums always said, was that if you had an external SSD, everything would load up fine. I didn't. I just had the Xbox One X, and that map, no matter what, shit wasn't gonna load it. The first 10 seconds, you were running around, basically bunny hopping fucking everywhere because you're standing on top of a chair or you're stuck in a box or something. But so they released Miramar, but I love that map. Some people don't like it. I always enjoyed it. I liked all the maps, to be honest. And then they released Sandhawk, which was of course the small map, and that one was fun because you were getting you could always drop boot camp and pray for the best. He would run out with 1 HP and try to 1v4 a squad, and somehow he would manage to do it. And I'm pretty sure around the time that they dropped, I think that they dropped Sandhawk along with their first battle pass. I really can't remember. It might have been on Miramar. It's fucking been forever, but I just remember their first battle pass. I don't think I had a problem with. I just remember some of the challenges being like, why the fuck do I have to do this? I think it was like, drive on a boat for so many miles or meters or whatever it was. And it was like, there's literally no chance in hell anyone would do this just by normal play. Like, you would have to. I remember getting into a boat and just driving around in circles to get a challenge done. It was like, this is fucking stupid. And I remember the rewards were just like dog shit. I just remember being like, what is this? Now, of course, obviously the game has to make money. They're gonna put their best stuff behind a paywall. But I just remember being like super underwhelmed by the battle pass, which was like the first kind of start of being like, man, I really don't, I don't enjoy doing these types of challenges, which forced me to play a certain way that I didn't want to play like. I just wanted to go and play, and whatever happened, and I get experience or I get points or whatever, and then you get the reward. But I'm pretty sure there was challenges like, get to a top 10 with fucking, whatever pistol, and that's the only gun you have. Some stupid shit like that. That was like the first time that I remember being like, oh, dude, fuck these challenges, fuck the battle pass, when the rewards weren't even that much worth getting. And it like forced your squad to kind of like be like, oh no, we gotta play like this because so-and-so needs this challenge done, so-and-so needs to get this thing done, and we gotta drop we gotta drop Kato 10 more times because of a challenge. And it's like, holy shit, let's just play the game. It became more focused on you know, oh, we need to get this challenge done, this challenge done, this challenge done, rather than just playing the game. And that, you know, I hated that. I just wanted to play the game and have fun with my buddies. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the infamous Vikendi update for Xbox. I don't even know how to start talking about it, because I mean, that's the update that I virtually just stopped playing the game. It was like I played that game for, you know, a year straight every day, and you know, we all were hyped about the Vikendi update, a new map, obviously, new maps, and people are excited and shit. We were all stoked, and the update came out, and holy fuck, was it broken. I mean, it just completely destroyed the game. There's a few clips towards the end. You know, you'd be driving along, all of a sudden you just sink through the map, and you're fucking done. That happened every game. What else? Glitching underneath the map. There's also a clip in there of someone glitched underneath the map. You could also loot while you were glitched under the map, so if you could somehow get a gun while you were underneath the map, you could fuck people up. Oh my god, I don't even know what else. I just remember going on Reddit every day and hoping for a dev to respond in the subreddit, you know, the PUBG console subreddit. You know, give us an update. Are they fixing this bug? Are they working on it? You know, and obviously they were working on it, but it was, you know, and I felt so bad for these, you know, whoever was in charge of their, you know, public relations or community manager in the subreddit. Oh, they would get just fucking obliterated in there. Everything that they said, it just, you know, comments about how much they suck and how much the game sucks now. And I was right there too. I mean, I was fucking over it too. I was done. It always seemed like one step forward, two steps back with the game. You know, they would fix loading in for objects, but then, you know, the loot would never load in. So it was like, what's the point? And then they would revert it to where the objects would load in, but the loot wouldn't load in. And it was just like, holy shit. I haven't touched PUBG in, I don't know, probably a year or so. I mean, ever since Vikendi came out, the map on Xbox, I haven't touched the game pretty much. And, you know, I have no idea how it is now. I don't really go on the Reddit anymore. Maybe every now and again when they drop an update. I know that they dropped the Kraken map, and I just know that there's a lot of shit going on now with the game because, you know, what, they put bots in the lobbies. That completely takes away from, you know, the experience. It really does. Like, you know, I've seen videos of people walking up to bots that are just standing in front of a fucking tree. It's like, this, come on, you know. And I get it, the game is insane, the difficulty curve is crazy, but that's just the way the game is. It's supposed to be difficult for new players. It's not supposed to be something you can pick up and instantly be good at. In all, guys, I wish nothing but PUBG the best in the future. I hope that they can get their shit together and remain relevant in this jam-packed Battle Royale genre. Thank you guys for watching. Here's a little treat of some skeet shooting to an unexpecting victim. Thanks a lot, guys.